News Channel 15 Sports with Sports Director Rich Chrampanis.
Back on January 10th, Coastal Carolina cruised to an easy 83-56 win over Savannah State at Kimball Arena. But tonight in Georgia, a different story. Coastal loses a heartbreaker, 66-65. Now the Chanticleers rallied back from 17 points down in the second half. Savannah State's coach was ejected from the game. Looked like Coastal was going to win late, but then Savannah State hit two big threes. Coastal was fouled with 0.2 seconds down 2. Joshua Mack made the first free throw. The second one would have forced overtime. It missed, and Coastal is now on a 4-game losing streak. Highlights of that one coming up tomorrow night at 6. Clemson offensive coordinator Rob Spence had an interview yesterday with the Oakland Raiders about joining the NFL staff as quarterbacks coach, but he told Tommy Bowden today that he's withdrawn his name from consideration and will remain at Clemson. Spence had drawn interest from the University of Alabama and the Minnesota Vikings. North Myrtle Beach is the #1 team in Class 3A wrestling, thanks in part to defending state champion Chip Hester. As Mandy Mitchell tells us, the junior is much more than what you see on the mat.
He blocks out the fans, the coaches, his teammates, his opponents.
On the mat, I'm an animal. I change a different person.
And it's that extreme focus that makes North Myrtle Beach junior Chip Hester who he is. A state wrestling champion, a leader on the football field, and most importantly, an admired human being.
I've not had a whole lot of kids that have the desire and the drive that he has to succeed and be good at everything he does.
Chip earns his respect from the obstacles he wrestles in life. With his mother absent at the time and his father unable to care for him alone, his grandmother took him in at the age of 7.
At that time, Chip was sort of like angry at the world.
So she moved him from North Carolina to South Carolina, where he's found a love for sports and changed his attitude about the world. While the people close to him say he has reasons to be bitter, Chip says he can't think of any.
And for me, overcoming just staying with my grandmother, everything is hard times, and I don't know. I don't think so at all. Like people in worse situations than I am. I think I'm better off than a lot of people.
He doesn't do any of the things that the neighborhood kids do. I mean, he just keeps his nose clean, he works hard, and he's overcome a lot of, to be where he is.
Well on his way to earning a scholarship to wrestle or play football in college, within grasp of a second state wrestling title, and already a kid who brings smiles to those around him.
I did something.
And he is really a great young man. And I'm not saying it because it's my grandchild, but he is a great fellow.
But don't get in his way on the wrestling mat. Mandy Mitchell, News Channel 15 Sports.
All right, Mandy, thanks so much. The PGA Tour is in Scottsdale, Arizona for the FBR Open, and this is Dudley Hart from a long way back. Wow. Hello. -7 for Dudley Hart. He's the leader, but we want to show you the shot of the day. Ed and I have used this strategy in the past. Mark Calcavecchia, even the PGA Tours have to say 4 every once in a while. That is a great strategy. Look at that. He's completely unfazed by that. I don't get it. If I were hit with a PGA Tour Pros shot from that far away, I would, I would say ow or roll it down to the ground.
Oh, I would have fallen down and made a big scene.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, my leg! Apparently to that guy, it happens all the time.
Well, I think he didn't realize he was on camera, so he's really trying to play it off like one of these.
The big difference between that shot and what Rich and I do is ours is usually some sort of a terrible shot about 15 yards off the tee. And
that's why no one stands around us when we hit.
That's right. Or over on the other green, the other fairway, and take them out.
Yeah, when you start hitting them when they're back behind, you know that there's a problem.
You've hit from another fairway before.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, we are waiting on this rain to get out of here.
Yeah, still some rain out there. We'll take a quick look at First Alert Live, Doppler 15,000. Still some light to occasionally moderate rainfall around. Not going to be a big deal, though. Maybe about another 1/4 inch in some locations. That rain should move out before daybreak. Dry day tomorrow. Highs will be in the 50s. Here's your 7-day forecast now. You can see the temps are going to trend downward over the weekend into the upper 40s by Sunday. A brief warm-up on Monday, which is still below average, 53 that is. And then a pretty good shot of cold Arctic air in here. We're expecting highs perhaps not out of the 30s on Tuesday, with overnight lows on Tuesday night down into the teens. That would rival the cold we had back on, I believe it was December 8th, when we didn't get out of the 30s for highs and it was down in the teens. just about 3 or 4 days after my 40th birthday when everything was cold.
Yes, it was.
Dark.
You're 40?
Dark. You should know.
That's going to do it for us. Thanks for joining us.
Good Morning Carolina starts at 5 a.m. We're back tomorrow at 6. Have a good night, everyone.